I made this high retention edit using only Claude and Remotion. It does three important things that will change the way you create content forever. Number one, it takes your raw video and cuts out all the dead spaces so you never have to worry about doing this manually again. Number two, it creates a beat map so every spoken word gets paired with a matching visual. And number three, it renders the entire video from motion graphics, transitions, B-roll, and sound effects into one uploadable MP4. All of this is done with Claude Code, Remotion, and WhisperX. Claude Code is the builder, Remotion is the editor, and WhisperX is the listener who perfectly times your sentences to visuals. So once the core engine is installed, you can keep upgrading it with new motion graphics, new styles, and endless customizations. But what I find most special is that you'll soon realize how fast you can start building a YouTube channel. Actually, I think you'll find yourself asking one important question. What if I had multiple YouTube and Instagram channels, some that are even faceless channels, and they all were pointing to one high converting offer? Good question. I wonder how much money you'd make. So now I'm going to show you how to do it in 3 steps because the video you're watching now was also edited by AI. But before I do that, there's a free way to do this and a paid way. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Ryan and I build content engines for a living. My clients have earned a collective $2 million from my tools and training. This is pretty much what I do all day. So the free way is what I'll cover in this video, and the paid way is in my school community where you can skip all of the headaches and start using this today. At a high level, you're just connecting a few tools, but the programming harness that makes those tools work together is what took me a month to build. All right, here we go. Step 1 is to make sure you have access to the paid desktop application of Claude Code or Codex. Both work perfectly for this, so go with your preference and don't overthink it. I currently use Claude Code, but I've also used Codex for the same project, and both gave me exceptional results. Step 2, you'll want to install Remotion and WhisperX. But don't worry about chasing down those repos because I already put them in the description of this video for you. And even better, I put a simple prompt in the description that you can give to Claude Code or Codex so it can start installing these for you. So think of Remotion in the same way you think of video editing software like CapCut, except you won't be doing the editing. Remotion is a free React-based video creation framework that builds, animates, and renders videos using code instead of a traditional video editor. So this means no more dragging and dropping media into editing software because Claude Code or Codex will do it for you using Remotion. Claude plus Remotion is why you're seeing my motion graphics appear on screen and why my video slides to the left or slides to the right. But that's just scratching the surface, so more on that later. Next, make sure you have WhisperX installed. WhisperX is a free speech-to-text alignment tool that gives your videos accurate word-level timestamps. This is important because you'll want the right image, video, or animation to represent the words your viewers are hearing. So WhisperX creates a sentence-based timeline that makes this possible. For example, right now I'm talking about homemade sugar cookies and how I like to pull them out of the oven 2 to 3 minutes before they're done. This keeps them soft and chewy, and it's way better than store-bought. You're seeing sugar cookie animations and probably developing a craving. Sorry about that. And that's the whole point of good editing. A viewer audibly hears instruction while seeing the visual representation of those instructions at the same time. Fail to do that and the video loses retention. But one more important feature about WhisperX, it lets you perfectly match captions on screen like you're seeing below. Now you don't need captions for YouTube videos, but if you're editing a short or Instagram reel, then you'll want the captions. Okay, step 3, and this is a big one. Develop your engine with gated workflows, and here's what I mean. The first gate of my content engine is exclusively about cleaning up the audio. This means that WhisperX is doing its word timing and removing dead air. For example, I use a teleprompter for my talking head videos because it helps me speak in a more organized way. But if you're like me, you'll likely misspeak often or you'll have dead air between sentences. So once WhisperX is installed, you can tell Claude Code or Codex to remove the misspoken words and dead air. This gives you a clean video and audio file in one. But this audio cleanup has to be perfect or the rest of your video will be off. So I built a Claude Code QA process that checks before gate 1 completes. Then and only then does the video go to gate 2, which is the scene gate. I chose to have 3 main scene gates: the avatar glide left, the avatar glide right, and the avatar takeover, which is just me talking on full screen. But if I ever wanted a full B-roll takeover with an image or a video, I can absolutely make that adjustment. It all comes down to your editing preferences, so don't overthink it. There are plenty of videos on YouTube that performed well with or without a ton of edits. So gate 1 is clean audio, gate 2 is clean scene movements, and the final gate is motion graphics. This is where my system determines the visual representation of the spoken script. If I'm talking about the price of oil, maybe I'm showing a moving graph. If I'm talking about how I'm sad that the US just got eliminated by Belgium in the World Cup, maybe I'd have this engaging paper cutout style. Or if I simply want a faceless YouTube channel in a documentary style, then maybe my editing will be slower and dramatic. There's no wrong answer. So let's recap. If you want to start using my content engine today, join my school. It's the first link in the description. You'll get immediate access to the engine, you'll keep it forever, and you can cancel at any time. If you want to start the journey of building this yourself, I put the prompt in the description as well. Now remember, Claude Code or Codex is your editor, while Remotion is your renderer, and WhisperX is your audio engineer. And finally, gated workflows are your best friend, so make sure the audio is clean first. Then the animated scenes come second, so they match the audio, and the motion graphics plus sound effects and music come third, so they put that little cherry on top. Don't leave without subscribing, because I have a ton of motion graphic tutorials coming that will upgrade your content. Thanks for watching.